This is a potential short trade setup for PFE Pfizer. We got this primary channel here off the COVID crash lows with the primary trend line, secondary trend line here off the April and or March lows of 2021, and plenty of reaction to validate it. In my previous videos and episode, we have shorted Pfizer before off this rising bearish wedge pattern, broke down, was good for a 13% drop, put in a head and shoulder here, came down, corrected for another 20%. You get the picture. And here we are, another shoulder, head, shoulder, and a solid break down below this secondary trend line. In my opinion, would put in a sell signal on a break below that 47.97 price support. You know, you could actually take an aggressive short trade entry off this 49.90, 49.81 price resistance, coinciding with the 200-day moving average. And as you can tell here, it's had a false breakout already. And really, what we have here is it gives you that falling three method looking pattern fill here. With your some of these candles, gives you that falling three method looking pattern here off the daily, but again could not recover back above all of last week, really for a whole week here, could not recover above that 200-day moving average and the 49.81 resistance, and a solid break above. You have to respect some of these bullish and positive divergences with the potential crossover here, both in the MACD and oscillator, which would regun for that zero line on a breakout above that 49.81 to recover that 200-day moving average. So you do have to respect these divergences, and if they fail and they break down and they cross over and they break down and still stay intact below down at zero line, and a solid crackdown below that 47.97 should quickly potentially take us down to that primary trend line of at the bottom of that channel for a 4% drop down to that 45.61 price support on a backfill the gap. And if we were to crack that, then I believe a solid candle close, daily, hourly, and or 2-hour time frame would enact a sell signal, in my opinion, and take us down to some pretty big levels. You're talking about a 20% drop or so. We'll zoom out here on the weekly here. Again, you sort of got these falling three method looking patterns here. Not the greatest, but gives you that fill. It gives you that fill, and sometimes they don't print out perfectly, so therefore you sort of got to follow that price action and or get that fill for it. And you know, falling three method pattern on both the weekly and daily. Not the greatest, again, not the greatest looking falling three method patterns, but still a pretty significant one to at least recognize and respect. And again, off the secondary trend line, you have the 50 weekly moving average hugging that secondary trend line off this head and shoulder top looking pattern here. And again, that's you know, you got that secondary trend line coinciding with that 50 weekly moving average. Just gives you more evidence on a solid break below on what a wave of selling and or some stops that would potentially be a hit for a big move down. So again, we'll just wait patiently here on a breakdown below that secondary trend line, and wait to see if this head and shoulder top actually does result and really playing out the way I suspect it could. So we'll just sort of wait on that, and again, wait patiently below. And if there's anything new and anything more significant that develops here on Pfizer, I'll keep you updated. Hit that like and subscribe button.